any connected device, what we call a smart or an IoT device, is now using artificial intelligence specifically to enable people to control it and for it to talk back to them, whether it's in an industrial business application, whether it's in a smart home type of environment, or it is in the form of a chatbot where I'm asking for information and then I'm getting the information back. Sometimes with documents and videos. You may have also heard the term robotic process automation. We use that internally. We use our own technology that I'm a marketing guy. We create a lot of presentations and content, a lot of demos, a lot of things. Well, our salespeople around the world, if it's 3 in the morning my time and someone says, Ken, I need the slides on X, I have a customer meeting in an hour. If I'm sound asleep, I'm not very useful. So we use our own technology that they will go through WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, it doesn't matter the platform, we're omni-channel, that they can go into one of dozens and dozens of messaging apps and ask for the information they need, and it will be presented in a link, presented as a file, and can even include instructions on how to use it. Okay, when you're using this presentation, be sure to mention this or say this, and it makes it much easier for us to collaborate remotely, which unfortunately because of COVID, we are all getting a little bit better at doing, whether we were doing that before or not.
This is a fantastic use case, okay? We already jumped from the big promise, right, and the complex stack behind, right, to very useful kind of 3 o'clock in the morning phone call where your colleague needs help immediately. All right, and this is fantastic that you employing your own solution to help your own employees. We're gonna get to that because future of work will be transformed, right? And right now, I would say,
yes.
Yeah, it's not what I'm saying. It's about it's about you today. So
it's already here in many cases, and it's funny. Often companies will think of this technology. Oh, this is for customer facing. And yes, it works very well for customer service and for sales, lead generation. But some of the simplest use cases, the simplest way of using it, something as simple as holiday scheduling or vacation scheduling, that can be time consuming. There are levels of approval that need to be done. Well, if you can now put in a conversational assistant and you can say, Irene, I want, next Monday off, and maybe that needs to be approved by a manager, a supervisor, someone in HR needs to say, yes, okay, it's been entered in the system. All of those multiple step processes can be automated. And it starts off with the person conversationally saying, hey, I want next Monday off. And very quickly they get back, okay, it's been approved, it's in your file. And all of these different third-party systems that a company may use, the technology can integrate with those seamlessly.
This is fantastic. You mentioned robotic process automation. I come from business process improvement background, so I am familiar with the entire area, but RPA now with AI, with the virtual assistant, let's talk a little bit about future of work, those who are automating those tasks, right? Those who are looking to optimize business processes in organizations. All right. Can we talk a little bit where?
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about the sales process. I'm in marketing, so we do a lot of quotes. We do a lot of proposals. It used to be that when I start to write a quote, I need a quote number. And the quote number depends on the country and all of these different variables. It's not difficult, but we had to, the person who was in charge of assigning quote numbers and kept the great logbook, we would have to wait for them. We'd have to go back and forth with all the questions. And it hit us that that was kind of silly, that we have the capabilities ourselves. So let's use our own technology. So now, literally, I wrote one earlier today. When I need a quote, I say, create a quote. I can say it, I can text it. It's that straightforward. And it will come back to me and say, okay, Ken, what's the country? And I'll give the country name and it'll say, what's the customer name? So I will go back and forth through very simple, very stress-free questions that might be a nuisance or take me a few minutes to write out, but because it's done through voice, it's very simple. And then I get, at the end of this, 60-second process, I get a quote number. The real magic, however, is not just me as a salesperson getting a quote number in real time that is approved and official. But because of an integration with Google Sheets, all of this is tracked. All of this is put into our CRM. So all of these follow-on systems that we use as a business and other companies use as a business, you can now have this integrated into all those different systems. So in something as simple as assigning a quote number, you have taken out a significant amount of work out of the process.